Here are the 5 biggest mistakes you can make when you first start making short films, the ones that I wish somebody would have told me about when I first started making films. Pitfall number 5 is making the first thing you come up with. When I started out, every single idea, we immediately went out and made it. We were 11, so it was like, hey, want to make a movie where we're fighting with sticks? Fighting with lightsabers? How about lightsaber nunchucks? When you're starting out, every idea can seem really exciting, so it's tempting to jump on the first or second idea you come up with and get really fixated on it, since who knows when the next great idea is gonna pop up. However, usually the first idea you get is also the most obvious. As someone that's made over 50 short films, I would urge you to dig a little deeper, maybe think a little weirder, because you'll find that not only are short film ideas literally all around you, but some of them are much more interesting than that first one that you came up with. So keep your eyes out for short film ideas, make yourself an antenna for potential stories, and just give yourself that extra time to collect at least 5 solid short film ideas, and then go and pick your favorite one and go forth and make it. Probably the one you pick is not gonna be that first one, and you'll have a better idea, which means you'll be starting on your filmmaking journey in a much stronger position than you would have been. Mistake number 4, making your short film too long. Here's a look at my 20-minute long Vietnam War film I made in high school. Can you imagine sitting through and watching that whole thing? Now, whoever said that brevity is the soul of wit, you smart. Brevity is also the soul of not boring people and making better short films. So firstly, as a novice filmmaker, one of the biggest challenges you're gonna face is keeping your audience engaged for the entire runtime of your film. So the shorter the runtime, the easier to keep everyone glued to this film the whole time. Secondly, if your short film is 15 minutes long, you have to spread your budget and your creativity over that entire 15 minutes worth of scenes. So if you think about it, if it's only 5 minutes long, those 5 minutes will have gotten 3 times the budget, 3 times the attention paid to them, which means that that 5 minutes of runtime is gonna be potentially 3 times stronger than what it would have been. And thirdly, it's easier to get more people to just watch your film when the runtime is low. How many times have you done this move on YouTube? You know, and you want as many viewers and as much feedback as you can get when you're starting out. So don't scare people off with your 20-minute long short film before they even click on it. However, I will say the tricky thing about this is there is a deceptive difficulty in making a short film actually be short. So stick around for mistake number 1 at the end here, and I'm gonna discuss that a bit more and how you deal with that. Mistake number 3, bad audio. I've covered this one before, but really quickly, I'll do it again because this is the one technical aspect of filmmaking that there's really just no wiggle room for. Even more important than the visuals is the audio. And if your audio sounds like this, nobody's gonna wanna stick around until the end of your film. If it sounds like this, I'm clicking out immediately, I'm done. We'll forgive out of focus shots, we'll forgive bad lighting, shaky camera work, all that stuff much more quickly than dialogue that's hard to make out or sounds like it's coming through a wind tunnel. I'm actually gonna be making a video soon about the importance of audio in films and the ways to get good audio and the ways to make it even better in post, so subscribe for more on that topic soon. Mistake number 2 is losing sight of the number 1 objective of making a film, and that is, of course, I hope you said entertaining your audience. Entertaining your audience. So why do people watch short films? Do they do it to see cool slow-mo cinematography with philosophical narration over it?
At the shore of discontent must lie yearning.
No, they watch it because they want to be entertained. They want to get swept away in a story. What is a story? Well, a story is basically a character trying to do something, and it has a beginning, a middle, and an end. What they're trying to do can be something incredibly simple, like you could have a short film about a guy trying to make a cup of coffee. Or it could be something really difficult and complex, like about a girl attempting to win back her already married high school sweetheart. So the problem is a lot of people will make their first short films about kind of non-stories, and those are really hard to get through unless they're done by a master like Terrence Malick or something. As a beginner, I wanna say just try not to do a slice of life story, try not to do some meandering philosophical Terrence Malick style piece. Give a character something they want and make them try to get it. That's the bones of an entertaining story. It really is that simple. And speaking of simple, that's gonna bring us to the number 1 mistake of first-time filmmakers, which is trying to do too much with your short film. So I'm a big believer that simplicity should always be your friend as a filmmaker, But as a novice, it should be your best friend. I mean, some of the greatest short films ever made are incredibly simple. For example, take a look at the short film Thunder Road, which won the Grand Jury Prize at Sundance in 2016. Super simple short film. It's just one scene about one character giving a eulogy for his mom at her funeral.
I'm sorry. Anywho.
And it's simultaneously funny, it's sad, it's insightful about this character and his relationship with his mom, but really concise and a really creative way to tell an entire story about this person and his world with just one small, narrow scope of focus. Now, one way you see this mistake manifest of trying to do too much in the short film is someone making a short film that's really just a short feature film. They're trying to cover way too much story, too much character, too much information, too much plot in too short a period of time. And then the result you get is either a short film with a super bloated runtime, like a 30-minute long short film. No! Anderson! Or you just get a really rushed story that doesn't feel fleshed out and wasn't engaging enough because they tried to cram too much in. Remember, people are watching your short because they want a short, not a feature film. And with a short film, typically you're going to be covering one thing, whether that's, one character, one relationship, one desire, one idea. You're usually only gonna have time in this format to focus on one of these things. So you gotta pick your battles with your short film and just don't try to do it all. Keep it simple, again. Like right now I'm editing a friend's first feature film, and we're at that stage where we did a rough cut and saw where it was slow and figured we need to be ruthless and start cutting down this runtime. And our motto in the edit room has been less history, more mystery. And that idea can apply to your short films too. We don't watch films to be explained or told things. We want to experience, we want to feel something. So less is very often more. Less exposition, less information, get us to the meat of your story. A lot of the best short films don't even have any dialogue, but they make you feel something. Take a look at the short film Kiwi. It's got 45 million views on YouTube. This is one of the most simple short films ever. It's got no dialogue. It's just one character, this bird, who's doing something weird. We don't understand why at first, and then at the end, we understand it all perfectly, and it's just this sad, beautiful, and funny all at the same time moment. I literally shed a tear the first time I saw it like 10 years ago, and this is only a 3-minute long short film. So again, don't make a short film based on just the first idea you came up with. Make sure your audio is good. Don't make your film too long. Make sure you keep it entertaining, and above all, don't try to do too much. Just keep it simple. If you do that, then you'll avoid a lot of the mistakes that I made when I was starting out.
We gotta keep moving. There's nothing we can do here.
So look, those are the things not to do in your first short film. If you want to see the things to do, check out my rapid fire crash course on making your first short film. A lot of great info there, and thanks for watching. I'll see y'all next time.